You're retro trekking with the Caramel Apples podcast, the apple snack that brings you a retro vibe, both crunchy and sweet. Welcome to the wide, wide world of Monopoly, where you can own it all. With your hosts Kennedy Rizzo and Cooper Lee.
Oh my goodness. We have yet another fascinating topic this week to talk about.
Yes.
We are Gen X, no secret there, and our generation was always involved in fantasy in the world of play, and we love board games as one of the things that we get involved with. So this week, one of our favorites, we're going to talk about the board game in the wide, wide world of Monopoly. But before we get into that, Coop's got something to share.
Yeah, we're loving it. You coming back and listening to us on a weekly basis, and we'd love for you to subscribe so you can not miss out on another Caramelicious topic we'd love to discuss with you. Feel free to say hello to us on the socials. We completely enjoy hearing your own nostalgic memories.
We do.
And don't forget to buymeacoffee.com/RetroTrekwithTheCaramelApples. When you want to give us a caffeine boost, because we need that. We're getting older, so sometimes we need a little pick-me-up.
Hashtag facts.
Yeah, so feel free to do that. And thanks a latte.
Okay, nice opener there. We are excited to dive into this topic of Monopoly.
Yeah.
There's so many different versions out there, but we'll get to that in a minute. But let's do a little history and overview on Monopoly, kind of like what it's about.
Yeah, because how do you not talk about the very nooks and crannies of something like this? Monopoly, you hear the word and you probably immediately think of the game, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's get started on that.
Okay. Well, Monopoly is definitely one of those games that you either grew up hating or loving. And we know people from both of those camps.
Yeah.
Right in our own family. And probably the reason why for both of those perspectives is that it's competitive in nature. It's based on the idea of becoming the sole owner of properties on the board game, and then the ideal of bankrupting all the opponents. This game, Monopoly, could either be a glue of sorts or it can cause many family feuds.
It's kind of cutthroat, isn't it?
Yes, and it is something of a family tradition for us, like in the past, just clip notes here. We took nice family vacations together, and this is like an all afternoon evening affair.
Yeah.
And we would take this on our family trips, and like it'd be Coop and myself, our younger brother, and our dada. And like our little brother, he's cutthroat though. Like
he really is.
He's the one. He's like, family feuds, game on. Man, he has no mercy. He will like try to clean us out. Like we're all sitting there going, okay, put it on my tab. He's sitting over there with all the hotels and buildings and everything. We got nothing but tumbleweeds.
Those coveted spots that that everybody kind of wants. He still does this without even owning those. Like, how does he do it? But literally, like our very first night, we're pretty much setting up shop, and everyone else that's there that isn't necessarily a player is kind of like, oh, here we go.
That's right. And I think he'd always wanted to be the banker too.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
but memories of the banker always seeming to have enough money to get out of trouble, which he did.
Yes.
And then he'd take all the good properties like Park Place and Boardwalk.
Yep.
As soon as he'd get them, he'd gobble those up. Then he'd put hotels on them. The rest of us are going bankrupt.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're going to jail, which I don't know which is worse.
Yeah, I think he thinks this is strategy. So,
So much fun though, right? Like it's so much fun. We love it. Monopoly is just definitely a mainstay in our family.
it is. Got a fun fact here. Did you know that the city Monopoly was kind of patterned around or whatever was actually Atlantic City in New Jersey?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. I did not know that, but
Neither.
I could definitely see that.
Okay, okay.
That makes sense.
And when we think of Monopoly too, we think about the little guy.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, like it's synonymous with the word monopoly, and he actually had. I mean, we call him the Monopoly Man or the Monopoly Guy, but his real name is Milburn Pennybags. Yeah, that's kind of ugly. But Pennybags.
That's yeah.
Yeah, and we can see him in our mind's eye. He's got the black suit on. He's got the mustache.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
he's always got that little top hat on.
Yep. And it's interesting because here's another fun fact. You know, it's very, very nostalgic for us, and we can remember it back in the 80s for sure. But did you know that it dates all the way back to 1903?
Now that's old.
That is old. Like, it's funny when you become aware of something, it's like it just was invented right in your time period. And you're like, then you find out later, no, it's been around for a while. You just now got, hip to the jive or whatever. You just now got it. But
Yeah, this is blow the dust of it old.
but that's some serious staying power, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into that here in a minute because for it to be that old, it's changed in a lot of ways, but has remained the same in a lot of ways too. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but like it started out kind of serious though in 1903 because it was originally created as a teaching tool for some guy named Henry George's single tax theory.
Hmm?
This was supposed to be crafted around ideally preventing monopolies from forming and fund the government through taxing landowners instead of income and sales.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting. And that's deep talk too. Like if you don't have a brain for accounting or money or stocks and all that jargon,
Yeah.
that's another world. It definitely is another world. I mean, the futures and all that stuff. That's what our reality is sitting on. So I mean, we're laughing. We're talking about a board game, but this is patterned after reality. Like this is what it is.
Kind of cool.
What's the matter with you?
No, it ain't.
I mean, cool in a way that it's like, oh, connecting dots.
Oh, okay. Y'all say because right now they're making us bend over and pick up the soap.
Oh, that Monopoly guy. He looks so innocent, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess that's why they gave him little beady dots. But actually, a little more history is that when Parker Brothers, which that's a infamous name in the toy realm,
Yes.
because I think Hasbro owns it now. But anyway, Parker Brothers purchased the game from its original creator in 1935. So we're still talking way back when.
Yeah.
Her name was Lizzie Maggie. They only gave her $500.
What?
$500. Yeah. And they nixed the alternate tax concept, okay, which we mentioned a minute ago, and Monopoly became the competitive capitalist minded game that it is today. So again, this is what our reality is. But now this game, it helps popularize other board games. I mean, that in our era, there was all kinds of board games. It's like video games now or the like. But now we have this game we can have fun with family and friends, but like the actual game is going on around us every day. That's why your groceries are going up, and that's why the movies are expensive, and blah, blah, blah. We're moving on now. We're moving on up to the side.
No, 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 no! No, please! No!
So then we leave reality, right? You leave reality and then you go on family vacation and you play the sinister game.
100% sneaky.
All day long, yes. Well, we're here for it.
Oh, yeah. So Hasbro bought it from Parker Brothers in 1991. Then they started revamping things, the possibilities of how the game was played, the objective, and then they had, of course, new versions and editions that needed to be licensed. So it is reported that there are 1,144 versions, different versions published of Monopoly around the world.
Wow.
And there's probably more potential beyond that.
Absolutely. Well, with that, I wonder how many people actually own the one that was exclusively for $2 million. It was made by a jeweler. It has rubies, gold, sapphires, diamonds. I don't picture this being on too many tables with too many families around it, but here we are, right? Somebody capitalized on this and made it like, hey, this entity, right? I mean, because Monopoly's huge.
Yes, it is. Oh.
Even the super rich, they're like, yeah, we need one for us too, right?
But how's that going for you there, Milburn Pennybags?
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Literally.
And he did pass go.
He did. They actually also called him Rich Uncle Pennybags. And Gualtiero.
Oh.
Yeah, so listen to this clip right here where we have the Monopoly guy.
Excuse me. That's quite a wrap you're wearing. Perhaps I could get you some fluffy new slippers made from the heads of innocent and defenseless baby seals.
What's the matter with you?
Who is this ghastly man? And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey, thanks for the free parking.
Another activist, McGuire.
Activist. Yes. Activist, yes.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of nature. You should try it sometime.
You know something? You're right. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Oh,
He's nuts.
completely insane. Oh my gosh.
But he called him the Monopoly guy in that clip, so that's kind of cool because, I mean, he had different names, obviously, but they all work because we know who we're talking about.
Exactly. Yes. It's one of those things that people don't have to stretch too far to realize what you're talking about when you mention Monopoly. Like we said before, that's probably what your mind goes to first. Before when you think about Monopoly in real life, you would think about the games. That is insane. Ace Ventura is nuts. Oh my gosh.
He is. Love him to death, right?
Yes.
Now we're going to segue and do the different editions real quick. I mean, there's tons of them, but just some of the notable ones that caught my eye was SpongeBob SquarePants. We just did the Fan Expo, so, we talked about Orlando Bloom. We had got a chance to meet and talk with him, but Pirates of the Caribbean, he was in that. So they actually have a Monopoly Pirates of the Caribbean edition.
Yes.
The Godfather, they have a Monopoly edition of that.
Wow.
Back to the Future, which we actually did a couple of shows, part 1 and 2 of Back to the Future right here on Retro Trek with the Caramel Apples podcast. So we'll link that in the show notes. My NFL edition, so all the sports nuts out there, and then specifically football nuts.
That's right. Yes. So stay tuned for more on that later.
Yeah, they got one just for you. This one's cool. X-Men. They got X-Men Collector's Edition of Monopoly. My Little Pony.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Oh, Harley Davidson. They got Legendary Bikes Edition.
The list goes on and on. And of course, if you've been listening to us for some time, you know that we focus in a lot on Star Wars. And we've already made mention that there are Star Wars editions, light side, dark side. There's so many different versions of Monopoly with that movie as well.
That's cool.
LOTR also
yes,
had that.
Good.
Hard Rock Cafe is another one.
Oh, nice. Like Hard Rock.
Yeah. So, I mean, and our brother, he has the electronic one that's got the little cards, right? That you load up the cards. There's something for everybody's taste. Whatever you're a fan of, you will likely find it in this game. Incredible.
But we were talking all these different editions or versions, but there was one specifically where like Coop and I were in conversation, and she was like, "Hey, do you realize that?" She's going to fill in the blank there, but it was like, really? And it threw us back to like what we remembered when we were younger. Maybe what, late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Coop.
So it was either 87 or 88 that McDonald's, they have their own Monopoly version for people to play. You buy certain items, you get game pieces, you get the board, the paper board that you can put your pieces on. I don't know if it's still the same, but I do remember they used to have the little stickers. You could stick them onto the paper back in the day.
On your product.
Yeah. So it was so you could win free food or, cash and prizes. Well, the game is back. So I don't know if you realized, listeners, that it had gone away for a while. Like, they stopped playing it back in 2014. They didn't play it anymore. Lo and behold, the tea.
No tea. No tea.
Yes, tea.
Yes, definitely. We want the tea, right? We're always ready for the tea.
Yes.
So it appears that there was some sort of kerfuffle that somebody on the inside was gaining access to the popular pieces, the pieces that would help others win big.
What?
Yeah, and they were sharing this. I think they were charging people for these pieces, but they were sharing them with their family and friends. I guess they thought it was worth paying a little bit of money if they were going to end up, you know, making some money. But yeah, I guess this got started back like in 88 or 89. So shortly after the game even got started.
Wow.
And went on for some time.
So they were
Yeah.
kind of wrangling their own version of Monopoly on this game, this version of the game.
Absolutely. Yes. So it is such a big deal that this has come back around for people because this is a beloved game for so many. And they look forward to it when they were able to play it. And now, it's been brought back for those who used to indulge. I believe there might be some TV movie or something about the whole thing, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
just kind of wild, that, like you said, somebody have to ruin it for everybody else.
I really do. I mean, and there's a popular streaming service that always has these curious documentaries with all this footage of scandal and things, this and that and the other, and it's like, so you might want to check that one. Who knows? I've not heard of one. I mean, I think it is curious how this particular platform has all these really cool but curious footage of documentaries and stuff of situations that it's like, that was like back in the day. How did you get all that footage?
Yeah, when did you know that you should have pushed record when that was happening? Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, because that wasn't at our fingertips back then. Like, we didn't have that kind of access. Not Joe Schmo.
Precisely.
And a lot of
Yes.
these documentaries are following cases of Main Streeters, Joe and Jane Schmo or whatever. But I do find that
Interesting.
curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, I will say, if they're doing the game now, have you heard how are they dealing out prizes and rewards? Are they doing it through like an app?
That would be my guess. Everything seems to be some sort of digital way of doing it. I would assume, but I don't know for sure, so I'd hate to say specific. But if somebody is a McDonald's goer and they are all about this game, they probably have all the details. So I'm sure you can find it if you want to know. But yeah, that's kind of I would assume probably most of it is digital these days.
Yeah. Do you know Orchard Archivers? Let us know. Are you a McDonald's fan, or are you loving it when they start playing Monopoly games occasionally? Give us the tea, as Cogsworth says. Drop it below in the comments, or hit us up on social media. We'd love to know, because I mean, it's news to us that they're even attempting to play this again. But what, with a new digital spin to it? Be curious to know.
Yeah, because there is the Monopoly Go that you can download to your phone, which is, the game itself, and you can play with other people around the world or whatnot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And they have I think they have several different versions, but I know for sure that they had pieces for Star Wars. So, of course, I downloaded it on my phone, but
Did you?
I did, yes.
That's cute, Coop. Was it fun?
Yes, yes. It's slightly addicting.
Well, and she probably needed to do this because she's kind of under the weather right now. She's probably like, this is nice. I'm under my blankie. It's perfect autumn weather outside, but I've got my game here on my phone.
That's right. Yes. You got to take care of yourself in these ways, right? Because you can go insane when you don't feel well. It's insane.
That's true. But you know what? With the Monopoly, the McDonald's version of it, I don't know. I think when they came out with it the first time, it was fascinating. It caught on. People were, like, it kind of got to be trending. It was a thing.
Yes.
I think the draw was that you could stick those little stickers on the food, the cartons, the product, and you could add them up and get free food or rewards. But I don't know. I think it was more fun back then. Now it's like, they change the rules here and there. They make it difficult or a little different to get what you want. They just slide fries across the counter and there you were. Now you got to go and do all this rigmarole with anything, not just this.
Yeah.
They don't even hardly do coupons anymore. You got to have the app.
I know. That slapped me in the face a few times. You too?
Yes.
You're thinking you're going to spend something, a certain dollar amount. And they're like, no, you got to have the digital coupon. You're going, wait a minute.
Yeah, and who wants an app to every restaurant that you frequent? You just want to be one and done. It's just a meal,
Yeah.
But that's Monopoly. What was the tagline again? That's what's going on, our reality.
That's right. You're going to own it all. So cool. That's it for this week's Apple Snack, but there's way more where that came from. Visit the Retro Orchard Weekly for a sweeter, nostalgic experience.